Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Coach JC. Everyone gather around should be a good one today. Today's topic is being attached to a man who can't properly love you is very traumatic. Bottom line, when you're in a relationship, when you're dating, when you're courting, when you're in a marriage, and you're with somebody, and he can't really properly love you the way that you're supposed to be loved, it could be very harmful, very traumatic, very frustrating at times. Because it's like you put in so much effort into the relationship, to the marriage, but it's just, it can't really meet you there. So it can be frustrating, it can be heartbreaking sometimes because it's like you're trying so hard to get that person to be on the same page with you. But like I said, you just, for whatever reason, y'all just don't really connect with each other. You're doing your thing, he's doing his thing, and sometimes you might need time to break away a little bit so y'all can kind of get back, and then come back together so y'all can kind of regroup. That's what happens in relationships. Anytime, you might not be seeing things eye to eye, especially you guys been together for a number of years. Relationship can, get stagnant. You guys can both get complacent. You guys can just be doing, run around circles, doing your own thing, running your own mate, walking through your own maze. Sometimes it feels that way. Even for me, like I said, even in my own marriage, sometimes I be so focused on this and that. Wife, she be focused on what she got going on, and then, having Olivia would be, sometimes we be all over the place. But at the same time, though, it's time to get time to acknowledge it, to recognize it, and regroup, and come back to the center. The center has always been what kind of helps us keep our marriage together. Because sometimes, you can lose sight of track. You got this going on, that going on, so much going on up here, things going on over there, family members, work related, children. There's so much going on a daily basis. So it's like you got to really figure out what way y'all can kind of be each other's peace and come together. Like I said, it's not easy to sit up there and love somebody, and like I said, you keep trying. It's like you run to a brick wall. You're like, I'm doing all this. We're going out. We're doing this. I'm giving him the shirt off my back, and it's like it's not being reciprocated. It's not being appreciated, or it's not really being well liking. But yeah, like I said, it's a good time just to take a pause, take a break, and just kind of come back together and just try to see, how can we rerun this? What are you missing out of me? What is he not getting out of you? We try to see how can you guys work together. That's the thing about relationships. You're gonna have those days when it gets dry, it gets slow. It's just like you go to different kinds of, you work like cars, or, you work any kind of services. You might get slow one day, then the next day you might have 600 clients. So it's like, you kind of gotta ride the wave, like, damn, slow right now, but it's gonna pick up, you know what I'm saying? So just, embrace those slow moments, embrace the fast moment, understanding what the purpose is, what the goal is, and what the vision is for y'all too, And like I said, that's all I really got to say for this video, for this topic, you know what I'm saying? To say, keep your head up, be very dramatic, be patient, stay focused on the goal, and don't just quit. You need to take a little pit stop here and there, that's fine. Get your little breather in, that's fine. Get you some water, plus some water on your face, but just always remember the main goal and the main reason for you guys to be together. Sometimes it's not gonna look pretty. It's not gonna look like the way you're supposed to look at it. But at the end of the day, the goal is to win and to be together as a team, as a club, as a unit. Because also too, y'all, I look at it a lot. Like I said, I'm a sports fan, so games you might throw 2 interceptions, you may fumble the ball, you might you might have multiple penalties, sacks. At the end of the day, the goal is to win. Win ugly, win on the last second. Goal is to win. That's the same thing with relationships. Goal is to win and to continue to progress, learn from each other, love each other, and continue to show your best, put your best foot forward each and every day. But yeah, that's all I really got to say for today. Until next time out, Coach JC.